Good morning, students. Today's session is for BBA third year HR specialized student, and it is for your third HR specialization, that is Human Resource Development Principles and Practices. As usual, we will start the session with the discussion of our last class. In my last class, I discussed various needs of HRD. So, let me tell all the needs of HRD in a brief manner. So needs of HRD means what? Why there is a requirement of HRD? Why the organization uses various concepts, principles of HRD? So first need of HRD arises due to the change in economic policy of the government. Means after 1991, when the LPG policy was introduced by the government, means after globalization, you know well that there were no national boundaries for doing business. A developed country's business can enter into the developing country for trading purpose, for doing business or for trading purpose. So, due to this reason, certain MNCs were emerged, and the domestic business faces a lot of challenges on day-to-day basis, and they also want to survive in the market. They want to capture more and more more number of customers. So for that reason, they require high skilled people, multi-talented people, and they want the people who having the ability to adopt different culture, and they want the people who having knowledge related to different languages of the different country. So for that reason, the HR department focuses on attracting or recruiting, selecting the talented human resource towards the organization, and the HRD gives importance to and the organization gives importance to develop suitable training programs, suitable developmental programs for the existing human resource, so that they can capable to deal with global changes, and they can capable to face the challenges given by our competitors. So for that reason, for developing the human resources skill, knowledge, and capabilities, organization wants the concepts of HRD. By using various techniques of HRD, they can able to develop the skills, knowledge, abilities of human resource, so that by utilizing these things, the organization can able to face the global changes and global competitions given by the different competitors. So, for introducing any LPG policy or for meeting the global changes, global challenges, organization require the concepts and principles of HRD. Second requirement of HRD Second requirement of HRD arises due to the changing in job requirements. Means after industrial revolution, after globalization, the contents of job is changed. Organization have to redesign their contents of job further. Means they have to prepare new job description statement, job specification statements. Means after industrial revolution, after globalization, organization increases some more responsibility, or add some more responsibility, more duties to the job description statement, as well as the job specification statement also changed. Means the qualities of employees, the requirement of employees is also changed. So for meeting the competition, meeting the global changes, organization had to redesign the job, had to add more tasks to a job. So the contents of job changed, and for meeting the new contents, for performing well with a new job, and for performing well with the increased job, organization wants also high skilled people. High skilled are more talented people, more able people. So for that reason, organization have to develop its human resource skill, abilities, and talent. Organization wants to develop its employee skill, knowledge, and abilities and attitudes. So for that reason, organization want a concept of HRD. Through the concept, through the techniques of HRD, it is possible for the organization to develop the employee skill, knowledge, and capabilities, so that they can able to perform well with the increased job, and able to perform more comfortably with the changes with the changing job. So for that reason, organization also require the concept of HRD. Next need arises next need for HRD arises in an organization is due to the concept of multi-skilled human resource. So for meeting the global challenges, organization want high skilled people, multi talented people, and they want the people who having the ability to work with multicultural, who can able to do multitasking, means at a time they can able to perform more number of jobs, more number of tasks. So for that reason, organization also want to develop its human resource, want to make the employees comfortable to meet with the changes, meet with the increased job responsibility, and want to develop its human resource so that they can able to work, they can able to perform number of tasks at a time. So for that reason, they also require the concept of human resource development. Next need for HRD arises in an organization is due to the survival of the organization. After globalization, after industrial revolution, certain competitors, I mean certain MNCs were emerged, and they gave certain threat to the domestic business. And the domestic business every day faces a lot of difficulties, a lot of challenges. So for meeting the challenges and for meeting the changes, organization also want some developed human resource. And sometimes the survival position of the company got threatened, and to survive in the market and to deal with some changes. And generally after globalization, a change happened at outside of the organizations, and organization had to implement such changes within the organization for survival. Means for surviving in the market, organization wants to develop its human resource, develop the human resource skill, knowledge, abilities to a large extent, so that it is possible for them to survive in the market, and it is possible to face the challenges, face the competitions given by the competitors. So for survival purpose also, organization want the concepts of HRD, because organization can able to survive if it has a qualitative human resource. So how it is possible to improve the quality of the human resource? Through the techniques of human resource, it is possible for the organization to develop its human resource. So by applying various techniques, various methods of human resource development, it is possible for the organization to develop its human resource skill, knowledge, and ability, so that it is utilized by the organization, so that it is perfectly or efficiently utilized by the organization, and it helps them to survive in the market and able to face the challenges given by the competitors. This is all about the need for survival of the organization. Next need for HRD arises due to the technological advancement. Means if the organization want to survive in the market, want to face the changes, global changes, they have to and if the organization want to capture more and more number of customers, they have to work with the latest technology. They have to implement the latest technology, latest method in their organizations. If they able to implement various latest method and latest technology in their organization, and if they don't have any talented human resource, and if they don't have any human resource related to deal with such technology, then it is not possible for the organization to face the global changes, to face the global challenges. So for that reason, organization also want the human resource who having the ability to deal with the latest technology, to have the knowledge related to different latest methods and latest technologies. So for that reason, organization also want to develop its human resource so that they can comfortably work with such latest technology. So for that reason, organization uses the various concepts of HRD. By applying the various concepts of HRD, it can able to make its employee more comfortable to work with such technological advancement and such technological changes, so that it is possible for the organization to achieve its objective to face the global changes. So if the organization want to survive in the market, they have to work with the latest technology and latest method. So for that reason, they have to install the latest technology and they have to develop its human resource to a large extent, so that they can work well with such technology and it is possible for the organization to develop, to grow and to prosper. So for that reason, for meeting the technological requirements, organization also want the concepts of HRD. Next, need for HRD arises due to the organizational complexities. Now, the organization gets more and more complex. Organization is getting more and more complex. So, what is the reason behind for getting more and more complex? Every organization nowadays wants to produce good qualitative goods at less cost and within less time. So for that reason, they adopt different techniques, they adopt different methods like automations, mechanizations and the concepts of robotics. By adopting these things, the organization gets more and more complex, and organization requires human resource who having the ability to deal with such changes, deal with such techniques, and the organization wants human resource who can able to perform well with the automation technique and able to do perfect with the mechanization process and able to do perfect with the robotic concept. So for that reason, organization also want high skilled people, developed people, and organization want to adopt some concepts of human resource development, so that it can able to develop the skills, knowledge, and capabilities of human resource. So for meeting the organizational complexities, organization requires some concepts, principles of human resource development. Next need for HRD arises in industry is for maintaining human relation. Or nowadays, every organization wants industrial peace, and they want to do their work in a smooth and perfect manner, and they want a industrial rest, and they want to perform the work with a coordinated and cooperative manner, and they want there should be a healthier relationship exist between the employer and employee. If the organization wants to do these things, they have to maintain a good relationship with its human resource. If there is a good relationship exists between the employer and employee, then it is possible for the organization to do everything in a smooth and perfect manner. So for maintaining a healthier relation between the employer and employee, organization also requires some concepts of HRD. Through the HRD, it is possible for the organization to develop the attitudes, to change the behavior of a person, to create a good image in the mind of the employees, so that the attitudes so that the employee can able to understand the organization also, and can able to maintain a good relationship with the employer also. Through maintaining a good relation, it is possible for the organization to do its job in a most effective and efficient manner. So for maintaining relation, they also want some concepts of HRD. By applying the techniques of HRD, the attitudes of the employees change. Means by applying the concepts of techniques of HRD, it is possible for the organization to create a positive attitude in employees, so that it helps the organization to what to create a healthier relationship between the employer and employee, and through the concepts of HRD and through various techniques of HRD, uh, employer or organization motivates its human resource by organizing various HRD program in the form of participative management, in the form of teamwork. Also, organization improve the morals and the dedications of employees, so that there is a good relationship exists between a human between employer and employee of the organization. So next need arises for HRD is due to developing the competencies of human resource. Initially, I told that HRD is a part and parcel of HRM. Means HRM have to perform number of functions. Out of that, HRM, the training and development function is very important. HRD gives importance to that particular functions of HRM. Means its intention is to develop the human resource skill, abilities, and skills, abilities, knowledge, attitudes, and change the behavior of employee, so that they can able to do everything in a perfect manner. If they can do everything in a perfect manner, then it is possible for the organization to success, to survive, to grow, and to prosper. So for developing competencies, for developing the skills of human resource, organization requires some concepts of HRD, and organization require the concepts of HRD and the principles of HRD. So for developing the competencies of HRD, developing the competencies of human resource, the concepts of HRD is also required. Last need for HRD arises due to develop a proper climate in the organization. So no doubt the organization is able to develop its human resource skill, knowledge, abilities, but it is not utilized fully by the organization if they don't have any proper organizational climate or proper culture. If they have a proper culture, then it is possible for them to utilize the skills, knowledge, and capabilities of human resource. By utilizing these things, they can able to achieve its objective. So this is all about our last class. This is all about the needs of HRD, the requirements of HRD. Today we will discuss the new topic of HRD, that is objective of HRD. Objective means what? The goal of HRD, the goal of HRD, or the intention of HRD. So let me explain all the objectives in a detailed manner. So first objective of HRD is equity. Here equity means what? Equity means equality. Means HRD gives importance to all the employees. HRD focuses on all employees irrespective of the caste, religion, gender, languages, creates the different cultural backgrounds also. Different backgrounds also. HRD gives equal importance to different people from different background, different caste, different religions. So it gives equal importance for every employee, total employee of the organization, for developing its skill, knowledge, and competencies and capabilities also. So HRD recognizes every employee is equal for them, equal for the organization, and they have to develop suitable training program or developmental program for all the employees of the organization, irrespective of their caste, religion, gender, marital status, languages, and culture. HRD doesn't focus to a particular group of employees for developing the skills. Rather, it gives importance to all employees of the organization, irrespective of their caste, culture, and backgrounds. But the difference is that the developmental program organized by HRD is different from employee to employee, because after studying the behavior of the employee, HRD develops suitable developmental program for the different employees of the organization. There are different developmental program for the strategic or tactic level employees, and there are different developmental program for the operative or soft level employees. So we conclude that HRD does not give importance to a particular group of people, particular religions people, particular cultured people. It provide equal opportunity for developing the skills, knowledge, and abilities to all employees of the organization, because it considers that it is because it considers that organization is developed if the total employees of the organization, total human resource of the organization is developed. And HRD instruct the organization to give also equal opportunities to give equal opportunities to all the employees in the respect of promotion, in the respect of career planning, motivation, reward system also. So HRD creates a suitable organization culture where every employee got a equal opportunity for developing themselves and for making good career plans and for making good career plans and for motivating the human resource. So for HRD, every human resource is equal for the organization. Next, first objective of the HRD is equity, means give equal importance to all employees of the organization. Next objective of human resource development is that employability is the main objective of human resource development. It focuses that every employer, every candidate, every employees of the organization to get a better opportunity for employment at anywhere, means how it is possible. HRD is a continuous process through the techniques, various principles and procedures of or methods of HRD. Various methods of HRD, human resources, skill, knowledge, and abilities can be improved, and by skills, knowledge, and capabilities of and attitudes of the human resources changed by applying the developed skills, knowledge, and capabilities. A human resource can get a better job at anywhere. So main goal of HRD is to develop the human resource, is to provide more and more knowledge related to particular field, to a particular employee. Means with the help of HRD, with the framework of HRD, the strategies of HRD, the human resource can capable to sharpen its knowledge, sharpen his or her knowledge, capabilities, and by utilizing these things, by applying the latest knowledge related to various fields, they can able to get a good opportunity for employment at anywhere. So main intention of HRD is to develop the human resource in such a way that they can able to got a good opportunity, good employability at anywhere. Next objective of HRD is to next objective important objective of HRD is adaptability. Adaptability means what? Adaptability means adapting the different cultures that prevail in the organization. Main thing related to adaptability means if the organization initiate any changes inside the organization, first the employees always hesitate to accept the changes because they thought that if they accept the changes and if they work with such changes, if they are not able to work perfectly with these changes, and there are many chances for losing their jobs. So for that reason, they also always hesitate to accept new changes and new challenges. So HRD helps the employees to adopt different culture, to adopt the new changes, initiate in the organization or implement in the organizations. Means organize if the organization want to survive, they have to identify what changes happened at outside, and they have to implement such changes within the organization, and the employees of the organization have to accept such changes. So it is possible through, or it is possible with the help of HRD. By applying various techniques of HRD, organization is able to motivate the human resource to accept such changes, to work will with such changes. HRD helps the human resource to develop its skills, knowledge, abilities, and in such a way that they can motivated to work with such changes. They can motivated to work well with such global changes and the new changes initiated and implemented by the organization. So HRD helps the human resource to adopt different culture and new changes implement inside the organization. So the main objective of the human resource development is the adaptability. Adaptability means to adopt different cultures or different changes implement inside the organization. Next intention or goal of HRD is to development of trait. Development of trait means initially means in my first class I told you that HRD is a part and parcel of human resource management. HRD gives more importance to one functions of human resource management, that is developing its human resource skill, knowledge, and capabilities. So HRD gives more importance to develop the human resource skill, knowledge, and abilities, as well as at a time it gives importance to develop the organizations also, because it thought that if the human resource skill, knowledge, and capability is developed, but if there is no suitable organizational climate, organizational culture, then it is not possible for the organization to utilize it. So for that reason, organization gives various importance to develop the skills, knowledge, and capabilities of human resource, and it tries to develop a positive attitudes of the human resource and try to change the behavior of the individuals by studying the behavior of a person. It develop a suitable developmental program for that particular employee, so that it is possible for the organization or HRD to change the behavior of an individual. So change the behavior of an individual, so that every employees of the organization can able to do everything in a perfect manner, everything in a coordinated and cooperative manner, and they can able to achieve the organizational objective. And through the developed human resource, through the skilled human resource, it is possible for the organization to face the global changes, face the changes, and go to the peak level and able to defeat their customers. So development of trade, development of the skills, knowledge, and abilities of human resource is the main objective of HRD. And how it develops the skills, knowledge, and abilities of a human resource. First, it starts with various methods like performance appraisal and potential appraisal. After identifying the employee's potentiality, after identifying the employee's performance level, it can develop various developmental program for that employee, so that the employee's knowledge, skill, and capabilities can be improved. And through the techniques of various HRD, the employee can able to sharpen its knowledge and can able to update with the latest things. So development of trait is also a main objective of HRD. Next objective of HRD is to create motivation. Main intention of HRD is to improve the performance of the employees by developing the skills, knowledge, and abilities. So its main intention is to motivate the human resource also. So for what purpose it motivate the human resource? It motivate the human resource to exert high level of effort, so that the organization's productivity is improved and organization is able to produce good qualitative goods at less cost. So for improving the performance, for producing more qualitative goods, and for exerting high level of effort, HRD motivate the human resource by developing suitable reward system, by developing suitable developmental programs. HRD motivates the human resource. HRD motivates the human resource uh, to perform most effective and better way, to adopt different better way to perform their jobs, and to adapt different perfect way for performing their jobs. And its intention is to motivate the human resource to large extent. Next objective of human resource development is to maintain good relation. So the objective of HRD is to maintain a good relationship, and the organization want to do everything in a cooperative and coordinated manner. And everyday organization want there should be a harmony, there should be a industrial peace maintained in the industrial peace maintained in the organization. If there is industrial peace maintained, if everything is performed in a most effective and efficient manner, then only it is possible for the organization to achieve its objective, to grow and to prosper. So it is possible with the help of HRD. Through the various techniques of HRD, organization can able to develop its skills, knowledge, abilities, and as well as the attitudes of the human resource, and it can help the human resource to create a positive attitude, positive image of the company, so that they can loyal to the organization, they can dedicated to the organization. If they are loyal, if they are dedicated to the organization, then only it is possible for the organization to do everything in a coordinated and cooperative manner, and there can be a healthier relationship exist between the employer and employee of the organization. If there is a industrial peace, if there is a harmony maintained in the organization, then only it is possible for the organization to grow, to prosper, and to develop. So for maintaining a good relationship between the employer and employee and among the employee, the concept of HRD is very important, and HRD's intention is to maintain a good and healthier relationship between the employee and between the employee and employer and employee of the organization. Next objective of HRD is to develop the team spirit. HRD manager gives more importance to teamwork rather than individual work, because they thought that if the employee work in a team, then it is possible for to work with a coordinated and cooperative manner, and while they working with a team, a sense of belongingness also create, so that they will be motivated to work with this group, and they can able to do everything in a perfect manner. If they faces any difficulty while performing the job, the team member will help him to overcome such problems. So if the employee work well with the team, a sense of belongingness created, so that they will interested to work with such team, and say that they will interested to exert high level of effort, and everything should be done in a most effective and efficient manner, and it is possible for the organization to achieve its objective in a smooth and efficient manner. So HRD gives more importance to teamwork rather than individual work. Next objective of HRD is to organizational growth. This is the important objective of HRD. HRD's main intention is to develop the skills, knowledge, capabilities of the individual. Why it develop the skills, knowledge, and capabilities of individual? Because HRD wants to develop the organization, HRD wants that the organization should able to meet the competition in a most effective and efficient manner, perfect manner, and can able to face the global changes. So for survival of the organization, for growth of the organization has to develop its human resource. It have to develop its human resource, because through the help of human resource, it can able to achieve its objective. HRD doesn't focus to developing the skills, knowledge, and abilities of human resource. At a time, it gives importance to organizational culture. It gives importance to developing the organization also. Why it gives importance to develop the organization? Because it no doubt it gives importance to improving the performance, improving the skill, knowledge, capabilities of human resource. If they don't have a proper culture, if there is no proper climate exist in the organization, then it is not possible for the organization to utilize the developed knowledge, skills, and the knowledge, skills, and abilities of human resource. So it is not possible for the human resource. So it is not possible for the organization to achieve its objective. So for achieving its objective, they have to utilize the developed skills, knowledge, and abilities of human resource. So for that reason, there should be a proper work culture, and the organization's work quality of the working environment is also improved. So if the quality of the work environment is improved, then only the human resource is motivated to exert, to work with such environment, and interested to put high level of effort. So organizational growth, organizational development is also a main intention of human resource development. Next objective of HRD is to maintain human resource information. They have to keep total record of human resource. How many employees are working in the organization? They have to get knowledge about these things. They have to keep record about total human resource, total employees of the organizations, because they have to develop some suitable developmental program, training program for all employees, for every employees of the organization. If they have knowledge related to the total number of employees, then they can able to judge which employees have some lack of knowledge, skills, and for whom the organization have to organize some developmental programs. So they have to record total number of human resource of the organizations. Accordingly they can develop, they can arrange suitable developmental program for the human resource, so that the total employees knowledge, skill and capabilities can be improved, and the organization can able to face the global changes, and they can able to survive, and they can able to face the requirement of future jobs also. So for keeping the total employees record is the objective of human resource development. This is all about today's class. Thank you.